They're not going home. Corey Perry's pair of goals, including the overtime winner, send the Dallas Stars to Game 6. They're still alive. The Tampa Bay Lightning had so many chances to hoist the cup. Goalposts and near misses. Corey Perry almost scored the game-winning goal for the Lightning. But the Dallas Stars prevail. They still have a shot at this too. Now, one of the biggest stories of this game, I was a little late. I was one game late, but I was absolutely right. Here are the penalties for a Stanley Cup final game that went to double overtime. It was a 5-period hockey game and 3 penalty calls. Are you absolutely sure? And coincidentally, none in overtime? Absolutely none? Wow! Now, when I have previously mentioned this, I thought that was to Tampa's disadvantage, and I mean, they did lose this game. Their power play has been humming along. But in this one, especially in overtime, I thought it was the Stars getting jobbed. Tampa should have been called at least once. Didn't matter. Let's look at the goals. Nearing the end of the first period, the Tampa Bay Lightning can't clear the zone. They're kind of standing still, which is a disadvantage when you have Corey Perry flying off the bench. He's able to penetrate the zone with the puck battle in front, scoops it up, snipes it past Andrei Vasilevsky. That's his 4th of the playoffs, but he's not playing like it, and it's 1-0 Dallas. The way Corey Perry was playing in this one, you'd never know he only had 4 goals in these playoffs. Well, now he's up to 5. He had 9 shots on goal in this one. Miro Heiskanen was the next highest shooting star with 4 shots on goal. The next 2 highest Dallas Stars forwards were Cogliano and Gurianov with 3 each. This isn't meant as an insult to Corey Perry. This is nothing but a compliment. That was one of the best hockey games he's played over the last half-decade. 2 goals, 9 shots, plus 2. He was throwing hits, 23 minutes, stayed out of the box. Unbelievable. And once again, the Tampa Bay Lightning head into the second period down a goal. And once again, they get it back in short order. About 4.5 minutes into the second, Shattenkirk's got the puck on his stick. He's behind his own net. He's trying to exit the zone, but having some difficulty. And then he just banks this outlet pass off the boards, and man, this could have gone sideways so fast. I thought he was lucky to squeak it through. The Stars had someone at the blue line. Like, what are you doing? And the answer is doing what we all should be doing, really. Deferring to Brayden Point and hoping for the best. And it's just so ridiculous how fast everything changes. He tips it. Nikita Kucherov gets it. Gives it to Andre Palat. Andre Palat, dingle, dangle. Oh my God. The Lightning have so many weapons that they sort of get lost in the fog. We only seem to talk about... The Steven Stamkos story is pretty interesting. We talk about Victor Hedman and Brayden Point. And we talk like the Conn Smythe conversation is just those two. That was Andre Palat's 11th goal. His career in the regular season, he has 110 career goals and 218 assists. So it's nearly a 2-to-1 ratio, his assists to goals. In the playoffs, this guy is a goal scorer. 32 goals and 28 assists. He doesn't even have as many assists. 31 goals in 92 career playoff games. If he doesn't score for 2 games in the playoffs, he's about to score in the third. And speaking of about to score in the third, that's where we're going. The third. Tied at 1s. And once again, early in the frame. Mikhail Sergachev gives the puck to Brayden Point. Brayden Point with the zone entry, and everyone backs up because, oh my God, it's Brayden Point. Proving that your body doesn't have to be big, just your results. Can you imagine if that worked in, like, regular life? Like when we're all allowed to go to the bar again? Like someone gets in his face? Like someone gets in Brayden Point's face? What's up, punk? And Point just goes on his phone and is like, this is my HockeyDB page. And the guy from before is just like, oh, sorry, man, here's my wallet. Anyway, yeah, he gave it to Mikhail Sergachev. Sergachev with the blast, and it was a true shot, and here's the problem if you're Anton Khudobin. Big old bunch of butts in your face. In Ontario, it just became illegal to do that. For those of you who don't get that, they opened up all the strip clubs, and then they had to close them because of the pandemic, you know. Anyway, scores! Mikhail Sergachev with what could be the Stanley Cup winning goal, and maybe that was the problem. Because listen, I am team fun. I want hockey to be more fun. I never want to take any joy or happiness or excitement out of the sport. Ever. But Tampa Bay Lightning fans, let me tell you about a scarring moment involving a team wearing blue and white in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's hard to erase from my mind the look of pure joy and elation on the face of Nazem Kadri and all his teammates when they made it 4-1 on the Boston Bruins in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal in 2013. Now, Tampa fans, before you laugh, let's maybe not get in my face about blowing it in the first round, okay? Second of all, that look of pure joy haunts me because I know what happened after. This says I just scored the Stanley Cup winning goal. Isn't that amazing? That is the face of a dream coming true. But if you look right next to that face, there is a game clock with 16 minutes and 22 seconds left in it. I am obviously not saying you can't celebrate a goal. I'm obviously not saying you can't be happy about it. I'm just saying there is a certain face, a certain energy that I recognize in this goal and ones I've seen before. Because make no mistake, both remaining teams are lions battling out for supremacy of the savannah. And which lion are you betting on? The happy one or the one fighting for its life? The adrenaline must be insane. Like, John Cooper's job in that situation is just manage the bench. And it sucks because there were a few moments in overtime even where, you see him holding his face. His face is saying, we almost won the cup. Yanni Gourde hits the post, we almost won the cup. Almost is nothing! Haven't you seen Fast and the Furious? Like the first one, pre-Rock! And now with less than half a period remaining, is there a hungrier lion out there than Joe Pavelski? Wily vet, scoring goals at will. He's been this close before and failed. He doesn't want to do that again. Miro Heiskanen with the bomb from the point, and he gets his 20th assist of the playoffs, and no disrespect to Heiskanen, but you gotta remember how many assists any of us would get playing with Joe Pavelski. The rebound, the goal, his 13th of this campaign. The Dallas Stars are alive. And last night I was tweeting, Mikhail Sergachev, if this Stanley Cup winner, it's not a Stanley Cup winner anymore. And then we head to overtime. Now, ironically, Sergachev actually got pretty close a couple times, but this is a cage fight now. You had 3 penalties. You had 1 penalty per period. Now it's overtime in the Stanley Cup final. You are going to have to do something egregious, like bring out an axe or a machete, or something completely vile, like throw the puck over the glass by accident. Otherwise, you're not getting called. Patrick Maroon tripped someone behind the Stars' net, sat there waiting for the penalty call, and it never came! And almost immediately after, the Stars iced the puck. No! It wasn't icing, apparently! It touched Andrei Vasilevsky's skate, and everyone was freaking out, going, that's not icing! And I'm watching the replay going, that was almost a goal! Listen, I don't know who's gonna win the Stanley Cup, but if that icing attempt went in and beat Andrei Vasilevsky, I would put money on the Stars winning the Cup. And isn't this just the torture of the Tampa Bay Lightning, though? Despite those breaks, despite the opportunities they had, the goal post, the near misses, the Corey Perry almost scoring on his own net, you're going to go to Game 6. In double OT, and I want you to tell me if this sounds familiar to the Joe Pavelski goal. John Klingberg puts it on. There's a battle in front. Corey Perry whacks it in. His second of the game in double overtime. We're going to Game 6. And if you're the Dallas Stars, you already know the recipe for success. And if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning, you better recognize it right away. Because the Stars' last 6 goals are as follows. And we'll start from Perry's overtime winner and go backward. Perry, Pavelski, Perry. That was Game 5. Pavelski, Perry, Pavelski, and John Klingberg. That was Game 4. Miro Heiskanen, and then you gotta go all the way back to the end of the first period of Game 3 to get the last Dallas Stars goal scored by a forward not named Corey Perry or Joe Pavelski, and that was Jason Dickinson. Now, on one hand, if you're one of the Dallas Stars forwards who isn't Corey Perry or Joe Pavelski, you're like, yeah, I understand, I gotta pick up my socks. But if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning, I mean, it's right there in front of you without even having to watch the replays. You got to do a better job in front of your own net. It is too easy for Perry and Pavelski to pot it. And it's only going to get harder. The slog. The injuries are mounting for both teams. And Ryan McDonagh got roughed up in Game 5. He's such a big part of that team. What's going to happen? Teams don't have a very good record when they're down 3-1 in the Stanley Cup Final. But it's 2020. Don't you dare rule anybody out. So, what'd you think? Leave a comment in the comment box down below, and that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, and we got a brand new Steve Dangle podcast coming tonight, and Game 6 on Monday.